We all know Kiwi ears for their wonderfully neutral-tuned IEM, the KE4, and also the warm, relaxing orchestral light, both of which are great IEMs that we already made videos for on this channel. But what if I told you that there's another great Kiwi ear IEM that we haven't talked about yet? Introducing the Kiwi ears fun and exciting V-shape IEM, the Quintet. Let's jump into it. The Quintet is a quad brid IEM. Yes, you heard that right. It's a quad brid IEM consisting of 1 DD, 2 BA, 1 microplanar, and 1 piezoelectric. Accessories include really not that much. Aside from the usual IEM and cable, which by the way only comes in 3.5, so RIP 4.4 users. Aside from those things, the Kiwi ears Quintet comes with a carrying case and 6 pairs of silicone ear tips. That's it. Now, to be completely fair towards Kiwi ears, the Quintet is a quad brid IEM at a price of only $219. So maybe the lack of accessories is just the fact that they can't fit any more in for, the budget they were going for. But despite that, they were still able to fit in a metal faceplate. The rest of the shell is 3D printed, and also the metal faceplate is not the most premium feeling metal I've ever felt on a faceplate, but still a metal faceplate. Now with the non-sound stuff out of the way, let's finally jump into the sound. How good is the Quintet really? Well, it is sold on Hangout.audio or online retail store, which means it is critical approved. It is great enough to hang with the best of the best IEM within this price bracket. And it's not hard to see why. The Quintet is a very versatile and easy to enjoy V-shape IEM, and in terms of outright flaws, it really doesn't have any besides the fact that it might have too much treble for some listeners. The bass quality is good, it's dynamic and punchy without bleeding into a lower mid-range in any way, and also the sub-bass is nice and rumbly as well. The mid-range, despite the overall signature being V-shape, is still very nicely done. It's not too contrasty and thin like what you get with a Harman tuning, nor is it too pushed back or recessed like what you could get with some other V-shapes. The treble highlights a good amount of micro details, and being that it's more focused in the upper treble, the timbres of vocals and instruments remain largely normal, if not just a bit energetic. The potential issue, like I said before, is the fact that it can be a bit too much for people who are extra sensitive to treble. Now, the price bracket that the Quintet is in is quite a busy price bracket with many great options, so let's do a quick comparison with some of the more popular ones. First, we have the Awful Performer 5 and 5+2. Both are also very fun V-shape-ish kind of tuning, but a bit safer than the Quintet. Less fun and less exciting, but a better option for those who are extra sensitive to treble. And on the opposite end, we have the 7Hz Timeless 2, which is an even more V-shaped option, even more contrasty, more fun, and more bright. And of course, we have Kiwi ear's own KE4 and Orchestra Light for the neutral lover and vocal lover respectively. Both are incredible options, especially if you like a more neutral / normal kind of sound or a less exaggerated tuning in general. And now let's finally talk about the should and shouldn't. Why should you buy the Quintet and why shouldn't you? Let's start with the should. Number 1, buy the Quintet if you like an exciting kind of tuning, but you also appreciate correctness. The Quintet's mid-range is largely normal sounding despite the obvious boost in the bass and the treble, so you're kind of getting the best of both worlds in a way. Number 2, if you're a tech head that enjoys a more forward detailed presentation, the Quintet will deliver that for you. And number 3, you want something that's versatile, that works well with pretty much anything. The Quintet is one of those. And don't buy the Quintet if 1, you prefer a more normal / neutral signature. Again, go with the KE4 or the Orchestra Light in that case. Number 2, if you're sensitive to treble, the Quintet might not be a safe buy for you. In this case, I would advise you to test it out first. Number 3, you are a balanced output enthusiast. Again, the Quintet only comes in 3.5. But hey, that's just my one-man's thought on the very lovable V-shape, the Kiwi ears Quintet. If you want to form your own opinion, why not come down to the Hangout? We're located at 200 Southbridge Road, level 1 in Chinatown. come on down, try the Quintet for yourself alongside hundreds of other IEMs we have for demo. However, if you're not fortunate enough to be in Singapore but you feel like the Quintet is the IEM for you, why not consider purchasing from us at Hangout.audio, our online retail store. We ship internationally and for free on orders over $30, though we did add a new term, which is right here for USA-based buyers. And with all of that said, remember friends, if it's not on the list, it doesn't exist. See you next week.